Dallas knows other teams are calling about him. And I'll tell you something else. I heard if Nasruddin doesn't get the head coaching job, he's going to have options. I've heard other teams want to talk to him too. So Dallas has a few things to wade through here.
Art Vandelay, an importer-exporter.
That's right.
Eternal, internal, external.
Too many turnals. Hey, can I ask you something?
This podcast is nocturnal.
Yeah, yes, it is. That's good, Kyle. Very good.
Yeah,
Very
sorry.
funny. That was a Ron McLean, Gene Principe level pun. Very good.
Jeez.
Good wordplay.
That's a problem.
What's the deal with you and Daniel Carr?
No issue. I really like Daniel Carr. He was in Montreal my first year there, like when we did the
really
regional
good guy.
rights. Yeah, he was always, and had a soft spot in my heart for him because he played Junior A for the Powell River Kings, which isn't too far from where I grew up, of course, on the West Coast. And so we found common ground over that part of the world. But I hear he was just laying into me to you and Kevin the other night about my fishing inabilities.
So Daniel Carr, really good, as you said, really good guy. Really good guy. I like dealing with him in the NHL. Just a good guy to talk to. So the other night, on Friday night, after traveling from Florida to Edmonton, Kevin, Ron, Dave, and I, we went for dinner at a really good restaurant here in an Asian fusion place with very good food, Kyle, called Beiju.
Oh, I've heard of this.
And then at the end, Daniel happened to be in the restaurant, and he came over to say hi, and he said that you are the worst fisherman on Vancouver Island. And I have to say, I want everyone to know here that Kyle laughs a lot of stuff off, but his text, the seas were angry that day, my friend. Kyle was... That hit a nerve. If you tell Kyle he's the worst fisherman on Vancouver Island, he does not like that.
Well, probably because there's an element of truth to it. You know what I was thinking in my response there? It's the Chris Pronger rule. You know, every now and then you just got to remind people that you're capable.
That's right. That's very good. So Daniel's was playing over in the Swiss League with Lugano.
Yeah.
A great part of the world. I mean, geez, if I could go play hockey over there in Lugano, I would. So he's playing over there, and he had a friend that we met, a former NHLer named Cale Muirat. He played 7 games with the Islanders and Penguins in 15 and 16. We actually watched his first NHL goal. He scored 1 NHL goal, and it was against Arizona. And we looked it up while we were at the restaurant. We were watching it. It was a really good shot, like a snipe. Cleanly beat Mike Smith. I will say something: the Coyotes' defensive coverage on that play was really lacking. But so it was good to chat with Daniel and good to meet Cale. Cale played 1 game for Pittsburgh, and it's actually a pretty interesting story. The 1 game he played for Pittsburgh was a game where Philly clinched the playoff in 2016. They needed to win, and they got in. And Steve Mason made a hell of a save off him to help save Philly's season in the 1 game he played. And he, by the way, he had great things to say about the Penguins veterans like Crosby. He said they were really great guys. Not surprised. But anyway, the whole highlight of the night was Carr chirping your fishing prowess and Kyle getting very mad at it.
Jeez, because he butters me up, right? We talk about it all, and then turns the back and carves me to you guys, which is great.
Yeah, that's true male friendship right there.
Yeah, that's right. That's the sign of a healthy relationship, I think.
See, that's what my sisters always told me was the difference between men and women. Women will always attack each other to their faces. They would always say, you guys do it behind each other's backs. That's right.
That's good. I could only imagine when you got on the plane in Florida on Friday morning that you would have been spending your night in Edmonton going down a 2016 end of regular season rabbit hole
Yeah, it was good.
With a couple of ex-NHLers. That's cool.
Yeah, it was good. Like, Daniel obviously came over, knew us. Kale was a guy we got introduced to. It was good to chat with him. Yeah, it was nice. And but to me, the real highlight was how mad you got. Like I said, it was like, wow, like Kyle is really on to the upset about this one.
See you in the freshwater, Daniel. Bring your lures. All right, that's the final thought. There's a few of them. Brought to you by GMC. We'll take our final break and put a bow on this edition of 32 Thoughts, the podcast, after this. All right, that'll about do it for this edition of 32 Thoughts, the podcast. No thought line today. That will be back, though, later on this week. Enjoy your Father's Day Sunday. Enjoy the first part of your week. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. If you haven't heard, Tuesday night in Sunrise, on the air, once again, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain Time with Hockey Central, the pregame show getting you set for puck drop a little after 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain. The Edmonton Oilers need a win to keep their season alive, while the Florida Panthers one win away from a second straight Stanley Cup, entering potential dynasty territory. We appreciate you spending some time with us once again, and as you have all season long, we will talk to you again on Wednesday morning.